Hello and welcome to this playthrough of Factorio, where I am building a megabase on Earth. I am using a mod, Cities of Earth, focusing on the Old World Hemisphere. My goal is to reach 10,000 science per minute with a rail-based design. The resources are set to maximum size and density, and biters and pollution are turned off. The mod list is shown in the description, as well as a link to my Twitch channel, High Speed. Please come visit me there. Questions and comments are welcome. Thank you for watching. Africa, so they can't be right, but they are. So these are the unloaders. So I need a steel unloader. I need a copper unloader. I need two copper unloaders, actually. And I need a plastic unloader. And I need, no, I don't need a loader. And these are all unloaders because they're red. Copper, copper, steel, plastic. Perfect. Well, thanks, Zoe. I'll publish it eventually. I've wanted to build these modular stations like this for going on 3 years. I've been thinking about them. So this is low density structures, which I might not have here. I do not. So let's make a copy of this. These are special, so good. Now I should be able to take this. I don't want this built, but I want to see what it's going to look like when I line it up here. I don't like my logo placement. And if that isn't the most petty thing on the planet, I don't know what is. Ooh, nope, wrong one. Good. These are all dots, so they're generic for a rocket silo. That says Africa, that can't persist. This has got to be converted to a dot so that it's generic. So that a train doesn't try and come here and deliver satellites from Africa, because that would be bad. If I grab all of this, that's essentially what I want to do, but I don't want it built. That gives me placement points for... Well, who's missing? Oh yeah, that's seriously broken. Wonder if I can send... I'll bring you here. Yeah, these are wrong. I'll bring you here. I'll give you some supplies. Whew, you've got a long walk, buddy. Were you able to finish this work? Ooh, look at that. They're responsive. It helps when they don't have several thousand queues, requests in the queue, huh? Nice. Well, I should be all done with all requests here except for a couple of power poles, or a couple of, yeah, that thing. I don't know how to clear that because I would have to go over there and physically get rid of that. I don't have a way to do that. No, Spidertrons are freaking morons and almost caused me to quit. They were so incredibly frustrating to work with. I literally almost quit playing because of them. I tried to use them to build a factory, and they were just shit. You can tell by the passion in my voice. I'm really down on spiders. Oh, they are not heroes. They are more like heroin. They are like a drug that when it gets in your veins, it makes you crazy. That's what that's what they are. All right, so if this goes here, and it does, all I really want to put down here is the power poles. And I know it was a play on the words in the song. Like people think they're lapdogs, yeah. Yeah, Spidertrons are challenging. Times New Rivali, that's or Reveal. I'd be willing to bet your name is Reveal, and that's a fantastic play on your name. I love it. Nicely done. So the mistake I made with Spidertrons, just in case anybody wants to know why I dislike them here so much, I tried to use them as a place where you could put requests in, and they would go and build something. And the challenge was that if you had half a dozen of them or so, enough to build what I needed, they would get their instructions messed up and get their inventories messed up, and then get full and unable to do anything because they would start building something, move past where they could build it, and then the bots would get assigned to another robot. And so they would end up having the wrong stuff in them. To another spider, rather. And so, like a spider that only had tracks in it suddenly had inserters and lamps and stuff. And they had no instruction to take anything down. It was just build stuff. It was savagely bad. So this is going to end up being a rail segment. So, to me, the amount of micromanagement required in order to be able to use bots far exceeded the value of, or spiders, far exceeded the value of those spiders. Well, yeah, that's a good question, Zoe. But I mean, you can get a hint that they didn't like the way they were behaving because in the FFF, one of them recently they said that they added a exclude all group to their logistics requests, which means they tried to use them and found the frustrations that I had, and that was their compensation for it. That's my interpretation of that. I mean, I could be wrong, but no, I'm not. And then I think the things are very valuable for the things that you tell them to do. A very specific task. And that task is like, I can get them to do exactly what I want in terms of like, I don't want you to build this stuff. I have one here called Rails and Power. Its job is to go out and put down power poles and rail. And the only thing it has in it is rails, lamps, and power poles, and radar. And somehow it got itself another power pole. It's just called Rails. And it's got a partner. It's got a partner called Landfill. And that partner couldn't use these two little landfills that I put here, and it got stuck. So the Spidertrons are also excessively good for killing biters. I think that was the original intent for spiders. Spider or enemy clearing. Yeah, they've got bot improvement coming. I think closest bot to completion is going to be a huge improvement. There's a mod that says, closest first, which I think would be a huge improvement in base. There is a thing that I noticed that happens is that bots will go out to drop something when the destination is not clear, and that will cause a cyclical decay of available bots and will actually cripple you. And so you've got to avoid that situation. If you do a big move, the bots will go to where they're waiting for something to be dropped off, or picked up. Let's say I had this. Let's say I picked up this whole thing and I moved it over one. What'll happen is a bunch of bots will go and say, go try and put this new belt down right here. Or put this new belt down right here. It'll wait for this belt to be cleared and picked up. But a whole bunch of them will do that. And the result, because let's say you have 50 bots, is bot number 1 does this, and then bot number 2 does it here, and bot number 3 does it there, and bot number 4. Soon you run out of bots because they're all waiting for some other bot to come and pick up what's underneath what they need to put down. And that is just absolutely 100% should not be coded that way. It should be coded that, is there a bot assigned to remove the thing that I'm waiting to be removed? If not, do not accept that as my task. And then there's this fucking moron. See, that's the thing about this game. It's an automation game. Things that don't work are not acceptable. If this thing's going to fail, it should have a little marker down here. If a spider is unable to move with a path, if a spider has a path and it's unable to move, and a minute has gone by, it should flash a little thing with a little spider icon. As a matter of fact, Storm, Silent Storm, calling Silent Storm. There's a mod idea. Get after it. Okay, I can see some of what I wanted to see now. Thanks, Zoe. I was considering trying it out, and your information helped me. That comment helped me quite a bit. As far as Bobby made a comment about Woob watching, I think they might. I think that sometimes I know that part of their job is to watch other streamers. They've so much said that is that social media interaction and watching other streamers is part of what they do, which is fantastic as far as I'm concerned. Um, I'm gonna have to do something temporary here in order to get this, in order to be able to see what's going on here. And there was a specific thing that I pointed out was a flaw. And it got fixed, which I found very surprising, very pleasantly surprising. The thing was, when you went to load a mod, when you went to load a save, and it had to enable a mod, if it, well, let me put it this way, when you went to enable a mod, if a required mod was not there, it would download it and activate it and then restart Factorio, and you would have the desired mod. But if the mod was already downloaded in your PC, but you had disabled it for some other reason, when you enabled the superset mod, the required mod would not enable. And I pointed that out on stream one time. And about 2 weeks later, it got fixed. Now, that could just be happenstance. Maybe somebody else noticed it at the same time. Blah, 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 blah. But it got fixed. I noticed it. And I noticed it was fixed. Well, it's Zoe, the pattern, as I understand it, and I could be wrong, the pattern that the bots follow is based on a search, missing person search pattern, which is considered to be the most efficient search pattern there is. It goes out to a certain distance and then chucks back and then spreads and chucks back. It does a specific pattern. But I don't need the most efficient build pattern. I need the fastest build pattern because I can move. I can move faster than my bots mostly. And look at all these things just started expiring. See, without radar there, I really can't do what I want. Oh, well, I guess you can't place radar that you don't have. Nobody here can make it. Yeah, we're on the same page there, Zoe. Okay, I have got the radar I was looking for. Now let's do a double check. Yep, you will go here. I want to put a short T-junction here. Hello again, King. I'm not much for Reddit, I'll tell you that. Zero belt MegaBase. Clever. Very clever. Nicely done, King. Nicely done. Oh, good. You idiots are here. Why do I have a bunch of roboports here built? So you think both of you morons can cross this now? Stupid. Yep, 10K SPM. I'm going to put all the research here. All the research is being done in this area. So, like, here's the red science. And then the research itself will be performed here. I've got about 80. These are a placeholder. I need 500. This is one rocket silo complex. This is everything I need to launch 4 rockets. I've done some testing. That's why there's some science there. I got to re-engineer this. I forgot. That should be pretty straightforward. Stop yelling at me. If I bring you over here and I give you a bunch of fuel, will you go away and feed that other thing? No, no, you won't. That's stupid too. When I control click from here to here, it shouldn't go into the trash slots. It should go into the trunk. They're not my trash. Also, I think you picked up some of my RoboPorts. Give them back. I'm hoping to get that one train to stop being complaining. Yeah, King, I moved out of my RoboPort range. Good suggestion. All right, let's get those other guys to show up by putting just a little bit in there. So, let's see if I can get this to build in an interesting fashion. Without having to build all the rail first. That's why I brought you over here, Pax. I need you to go on a mission. And I might need you to have some landfill. All right, Pax. So your job, I'm going to need to give you lights too. You've got lights. Oh. Good. So your job is going to be many do you have? Yeah, auto placing landfill would be nice. So you're going to have 2 jobs here. One of them is going to be to come down. No. Come down here and place a signal. Let me know when you're done with that. So now I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, how am I going to know? Bernie, welcome. Without building all the rail, how am I going to know where I need to clear everything? If I put down the rail, then I'm going to have all sorts of issues. I want to go out and kill trees because I don't want all these trees. But I don't want to have to fill in everything where there's not going to be anything. It's quite a conundrum. You thought it was going to be quiet. I had that clip from so long ago from the movie Excalibur. And I gotta move you. That's gonna be a challenge. I'll just put another one down. Oh, come on now. Team meetings aren't useless. I mean, maybe yours are. That's pretty normal for humans. I knew a law enforcement officer who was in training in a rigorous training program for advanced. And the requirement was that at the end of each day, the cadet had to type up their notes. At the beginning of each class, each day, they had to submit the typed copy of their notes. Because it was just the best way to guarantee that they learned. Sorry, snort. Oh, you fixed that. I'll tell you what, if you temporarily move that, I can get Witzik out of here. And then put him back to automatic. Good. Oh, that's interesting. You were locked up because he couldn't get out. All right. If I pick these two up and then put them back down. Maybe. I don't think I got out in time. Oh, you're not going to take him from there, are you? Because that's not connected. I'll try to get over here. Yeah, screw you. Oh, but you need your pole back. Damn it. Got there. Okay, now I have to get out of here without anybody taking stuff out of here so that it doesn't overload their network. There was a train in here that was complaining. About fuel, and I think it was you. And I think it's all fixed now. It's quite the twister. All right, so you can come back here. No, 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 no. Go here first. Then here, then here. Ah, okay. I don't know that I wanted to put all these RoboForts out because now I can't spec out where these things are going to go so that I can clear out where they're going to go. Let's just start with these. Everything under here I need to kill. Okay, so like that. If only there were a way to mark this without having to mark it. Because if I mark all this, then all these bots are going to go out here and try and tear all this up. So I need to clear from here to here. Ugh. All right, so that helps with some of that. I also need to look at the land filling that's going on or necessary. Let's focus down here. Roughly here to here. Yep. All right, that'll leave you guys with some in case you need it, but I'm not getting my environmental merit badge any year. Any year. No way, that doesn't need to be landfilled. Wrong button. You even say that anymore? So let's take a quick look over here.